So, I popped into High House Insurance to see if they could quote for my house insurance rather than using the internet. High House got a great deal. So to celebrate, I bought a posh hairdo. It made me look beautiful, gorgeous enough to become a highly paid model. I then won Celebrity Big Brother. I had an affair with an MP. Now I'm promoting a doll of me that says, "Cool, blimey, you're well fit."
Happy things happen when you talk face-to-face with High House Insurance. See if we can beat your home insurance quote from the internet. Find us on the High Street Selsey or call 606 552.
Hello and a warm welcome to Manhood Internet Radio. I'm Tony Wiener, your host for this show. So what do we have for you this week? Well, we start the show as usual with Alison's roundup of things to do in the area, and that will be followed by answers to the last quiz. Our Keith has been let out of the studio again and is talking to businesses over in the Witterings. He then rushes back to give us a great recipe, and we will end the show with a brain teaser. So it looks like a busy programme. Let's get going, and it's over to Alison for a roundup of what's on in the area.
Hello there, and welcome once again to our weekly look at what's on in Selsey and the rest of the Manhood Peninsula. On Friday the 14th, it's time for the Selsey Horticultural Society meeting. That's going to be held at the Selsey Centre at 7:30 in the evening, and their speaker this month is Leslie Chamberlain. She's entitled her talk, Garden Designs Including Water Features and Containers. Visitors would be very welcome to the meeting. If you just go along for one evening, it's £1.50, or if you really like what you hear and see, then why not think about joining the society? That's an annual membership of £10. Either way, refreshments will be available and you'd be very welcome to that. If you'd like a few further details, then why not speak to Amanda Cope? Her number is 604 634. That's Amanda Cope from the Horticultural Society on 604 634. And the next day, Saturday the 15th, it's time for the annual Selsey fireworks. I'm sure you've seen all the posters around town and on the roundabout. This is going to be held this year at Bun Leisure on the White Horse Playing Field, Warner Lane. The theme for the evening is Disco Fever. So we'll see what that's like. Gates will open at 5:30 in the evening. They're going to light the bonfire at 8 o'clock, and fireworks, all being well, will start at about 8:30. So that's Saturday the 15th for the annual Selsey fireworks. Also on that evening, of course, it's the usual Selsey Royal British Legion Club evening, and their band this week is going to be Stardust. And then on Sunday, the 16th, it's time for the Respite Teas. They're held at 3 o'clock at East Beach Evangelical Church. That's Sunday afternoon at 3. And let's have a quick look at the weather now for the coming week. On Wednesday the 12th, we should have a cool 14 degrees C, that's 57 degrees Fahrenheit. We're promised sunny intervals with a wind speed of 16 miles an hour, which will be an east-northeasterly. Dropping slightly on the 13th, it's going to be down to 13 degrees Celsius or 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, sunny intervals. This time a much higher wind speed, 21 miles an hour, which is an east-northeasterly. Friday the 14th, same sort of temperatures, light cloud, wind slightly less, 11 miles an hour, and that's going to be an easterly. Saturday the 15th, slightly warmer, 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 C. Sunny intervals again, 13 miles an hour wind speed, and that will be a south-southwesterly. Same temperature on Sunday, light cloud, 15 miles an hour wind speed, and that's a southerly. On Monday the 17th, still steady at 15 degrees C, 59 degrees Fahrenheit, light cloud again, but a much lower wind, 9 miles an hour, which will be a southwesterly. And on Tuesday the 18th, the temperature still holding steady at 15 degrees C, sunny intervals, wind speed slightly more at 10 miles an hour, that's going to be a northeasterly. And for those people interested in what the sea will be doing this coming week, on Wednesday the 12th we should have a high tide at 8:40 in the morning and low tide at 2:40 in the afternoon. That obviously changes as the week moves on, finishing on Tuesday the 18th with a high tide at 12:10 and a low tide at 10 to 6. So that's the weather and the tide times for Selsey. Let's move across the peninsula now. Go and have a look at the Witterings and Bracklesham. On Wednesday the 12th, there's table tennis, which is a drop-in and play session for adults. That's going to be at Bracklesham Barn from 10 until 12. Also that morning, it's time for CBT motorcycle training from 9 until 11, followed by Gyrokensis with Jen. That's from 11 until 12. Later on at Bracklesham Barn, there's belly dancing with Step Inside. That's from 1 until 2, followed by short mat bowls from 2 until 4. Then there's a gap until it's time for Zumba with Louise from 6:30 until 7:30. Line dancing will be happening on Wednesday at the Royal British Legion between 7 and 9, and all people, members or not, will be very welcome. And don't forget, it's happy hour at the Pond Barn from 5 until 8. On Thursday the 13th, the morning kicks off with Busybugs Toddler Gym from 9:15 until 12:15 at the barn. We've then got Stitch and Yarn at Wittering's Medical Centre from 10:30 until 12:30, and also at East Wittering Library, same day, time for Knit and Natter. The ladies, I take it it's ladies, meet from 11 until 12:30. Then at West Wittering Memorial Hall, also on Thursday, it's the Wittering's Master Art Group. They begin their session at 10 and run through until 12. In the afternoon, time for a little Keep Fit exercise class at East Wittering Village Hall from 2 until 3. There are several sessions of short mat bowls at West Wittering on Thursday. The first one from 10 until 12. Then another 2 hours from 2 until 4, slightly longer in the evening, running from 7 until 9:30. So that's at West Wittering. If you're interested in going to that, perhaps you'd like to speak to Maggie. Her number is 673-231. That's Maggie on 673-231. And the short mat bowls is run at West Wittering Memorial Hall. Later that evening, it's time for Junior Youth Club. That's for 8 to 12-year-olds at the Youth Centre from 5 until 6:30, followed then 6:30 until 8:30 by the seniors, and that's from 12 until 17 years of age, both of those happening at the Youth Centre. On Friday, it's time for Baby Sing and Sign. That's at Bracklesham Barn from 9:45 in the morning until 11:45. In the afternoon, short mat bowls will take place at the barn from 2 until 4. And then, in the evening, it's jukebox night at Pond Barn from 7 until midnight. That's Friday the 14th. On Saturday, there's going to be a craft market with craft demonstrations at East Wittering Village Hall. If you're interested in going along, it starts at 10:30 and will finish in the afternoon at 3:30. And then, as usual, on Sunday, the Windrush Church will be having their meeting at the barn from 10:30 until 12:45. And in the evening, there's going to be a quiz night at Pond Barn at 8 o'clock. Monday the 17th, it's time for Little Ducklings Mother and Toddler Group. They meet at the barn from 9:30 in the morning until 11:30. And running alongside them, there's short mat bowls from 10:30 until 1 o'clock. In the evening on Monday, there's Yoga with Elaine at Bracklesham Barn. She runs that from 7 until 8:30. And also on Monday, it's ARO Ladies Beginner Kickboxing with Verity. That takes place at the barn from 7:30 until 8:30 in the evening. Then finally, Tuesday the 18th of October, it's time for Little Explorers Play and Learn Together. They do that at the barn from 9:30 until 11 in the morning. Running alongside that, we've got Yoga with Elaine from 10 o'clock until 11. And then in the afternoon at 4 o'clock, it's time for Tai Chi at the barn. In the evening, the Community Pop Choir will be rehearsing at West Wittering Memorial Hall from 7 until 9. And if you want something a little bit more energetic, then if you pop down to Bracklesham Barn, it'll be time for the Badminton Club from 7:30 until 9:30. So, plenty to do there this week. Hope you enjoy all of those activities, and I'll speak to you again next week. Bye for now.
Thank you, Alison. That should keep us busy. Now over to Keith for answers to the last brain teaser.
And it's time for the answers to last week's quiz now. And Kevin asked us, who was the British Prime Minister from 1964 to 1970? Which actor provided the voice of Darth Vader in Star Wars? What four-letter word can be a large fish or an old infantry weapon? Which brand of crisps does Gary Lineker advertise? And which Kent and England wicketkeeper with 91 caps post-war has been described by Wisden as probably the best wicketkeeper the game has ever produced? There's some tough ones in there. And the answers are: question 1, Harold Wilson. Question 2, James Earl Jones. Question 3, Pike. Question 4, Walkers. And question 5, Godfrey Evans. And the connection is, they're all Dad's Army characters: Wilson, Jones, Pike, Walker and Godfrey. Nice one, Kevin.
Thank you. Now Keith has just rushed over to East Wittering and is talking to Gemma Curd about her business, Gigglewhiz. No, me neither. Okay, Keith, what does the business do?
Right, my next guest from the Wittering's business community is Gemma Curd. And Gemma runs Gigglewhiz, or runs and owns Gigglewhiz. Now, Gigglewhiz, let me teeth round it, sells children's clothes, gifts and other accessories for the dear young ones. And they've just recently moved shop. I believe that's true, Gemma?
Yes, it is. We've moved to the front of Wittering Walk now, so we're on the shop front.
Prime position then.
Yes.
Yeah, so people will see Gigglewhiz every time they wander past now.
Yep.
And how long have you been in there?
I've been there 8 weeks. So we took it over on the 26th of July. So, yeah, 8 weeks, give or take a couple of days.
Brilliant. Is this due to planned expansion, or
no,
is it just the opportunity to...
The opportunity come up. The shop, what was there, moved along to another position. So I got offered it. So really...
you jumped at it, as
yes,
you would,
yes.
Right on the front there, yeah.
Yeah, it's...
More exposure.
It is, and a lot more space as well, so we can do a lot more, where before we was just really just children's clothes. We can do Moses baskets, lots of children's accessories. We do...
What you mean, gags, things like that, handcuffs, keep the little lovers under control.
No. We do things like nappy bags, changing equipment, things like that now. So we have a lot more space.
And has there been any, I know it's early days yet, but has there been any noticeable increase in business because of where you are now?
Yes, a lot of people think it's great that there's finally a children's clothes shop in the village. So
which has been here for how long?
2.5 years. So that was a bit of an eye-opener. It really was, that people just are not walking down the walk, and it's a real shame because there's some great shops down here. So that was interesting. And just holiday makers who want swimwear really quickly. They saw it in the window, come in, grab it and are gone. Things like that.
Yeah.
So,
because holiday makers, they will browse and they'll come down the walk and have a look.
Yeah.
Local people tend to get about their business and go where they're going. And, you know, if they're going to the butcher's, well, they go direct to the butcher's. And if they got to go to the baker's next, that's where they go next. They don't tend to browse when they're out. No,
but what I have also found is a lot of my customers are older, who are having their first grandchildren, great-grandchildren, a lot. And I've also got a lady who's got a great-great-grandchild just been born. She's 97, and you'd never believe it in a million years. And she comes in, I've helped her. So it's really nice because I'm helping people who don't really want to go to Chichester. They see it and they can buy there.
Well, at 97, even if she doesn't look it or doesn't act like it, it's still a bit of a jaunt into Chichester.
It is.
You know, to pick up a little dress or something for your great grandchild.
Yeah, so they I've had a lot more of the elderly community coming in, and that's been great. So and they like it all, and they keep coming back now.
And of course, that's what you want. People to just pop in, have a look.
Yeah.
If they don't buy something this time, but they know it's there and they'll come back.
Exactly. And it's really nice as well, because I'm having people who are buying stuff and saying, oh, I'll bring the baby in when it's born and things like that. So it's good. I'm getting a lot of repeat business now.
Great stuff. And that's just because of the move into into view, as it were.
Yeah.
And there are an awful lot of businesses around, especially in places like Wittering, Brackenham, and over in Selsey, the same, that are tucked away down little...
It's a shame.
Little back alleys, as it were, or, at the bottom of the walk or something like that. And people just don't go there.
No, they don't. And it is a shame, because there's some great shops. There's some real hidden treasures around as well.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Well, we wish you well with your move.
Thank you.
And now you're on view.
Yes.
People can see, when you're sliding off early, closed, back in 10 minutes.
Oh, no, I'm not allowed to do that anymore. No, I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
The little sign in the window says back in 10 minutes. I mean, it always amuses me, because
you don't know how long ago they went.
Exactly that. But in Selsey, it happens, and shops close on a Wednesday still, Wednesday afternoon, which always tickles me. That's so quaint, and I love it. Except for when I turn up at the shop and they're shut.
Yeah.
I go to the hairdressers, go to the barbers, get my hair closed after a Wednesday or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think there's many down here now that do close on a Wednesday.
No, there's still one or two over
there's still
Selsey
a couple, but not many anymore. I think everyone realises that people need to shop, and if you're not there, they'll go online. So,
absolutely, and it's that easy to do. Of course, you can buy anything online, can't you, nowadays? The only difference is you can't see the quality of it when you're buying it online.
Yeah, a lot of even my wholesalers, they like you to buy online, but I won't. I always go and see it first. Once I've seen it the first time, then it's different. But I would never.
But if you're buying something blind, and it turns up on your doorstep and it's absolute rubbish quality, especially you as a business. I mean,
definitely.
You've bought 50 of these and they're rubbish, and you wouldn't want to sell them to your customer.
No.
Now you've got to try and send them back, get your money refunded or whatever. Not always easy.
No, not easy at all.
No, so don't buy online until you've actually been out to the shops in your local village and spent your money there.
Definitely.
Jolly good. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
And just updating us on what I always knew existed, because I've spoken to you before. And you don't forget a name like Gigglewhiz.
No,
that's for sure. Well, thanks once again for coming in.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now, another busy business owner, Jane Enfield, who has a special offer for us. So it's back to Keith in East Wittering.
And last but not least, my final guest from the Wittering's business community this morning is a young lady who's got wonderful nails, but then there's probably a good reason for that, because it's Jade Enfield, and Jade comes from Gems Nails, which is down in the walk in East Wittering. Morning, Jade.
Hello.
She looks terrified, I've got to tell you. And she should be used to it by now, because she's been on here before when they first opened the shop.
Yeah.
And now she's coming back to tell us how successful it's all been.
Yeah.
Good morning, Jade.
Hello.
Now, I assume it has been successful. I'm saying that, making that statement quite blandly there, but you seem to be doing quite well where you are.
Yeah, we've it's nearly 5 months now that we've been open, and it's been absolutely insane. Like, we never thought it was going to take off so quickly. Over the summer, we were sometimes starting at 7:30, finishing at 9:30. So we were really thrown in the deep end.
The pressures of being a businesswoman. But it's good to see. I mean, if business is booming like that.
Yeah, definitely. We've been so pleased with the response from everybody. And
so you think it was a good move, because you used to operate from home, I believe.
Yeah, we were working from home before, and I didn't actually realise how different it would be having a shop. But yeah, it's definitely the best decision.
Good. Well, long may it continue to be as busy as it is.
Thank you.
And I take it, Mum's still you're still working with your mum.
Yep, we haven't killed each other yet.
You haven't fallen out yet.
No.
Well, that's something in itself. A young lady that can work with her mother and they don't fall out. Maybe they should start giving lessons in how that works.
Yeah.
Now, you not only do nails, of course, you do accessories as well. I believe.
In our shop we've got we sell handbags, bracelets, bangles, and scarves, and just like alongside doing the nails, we've also some of our bags are handmade from my auntie actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they're like beach bag, shopping bags type things, which are really lovely, and it's nice. I think when women come in to have their nails done, they instantly love the sparkly things in the windows.
Women tend to do that, don't they? I didn't see a sign up saying no men when I came past. So
no, we have got a few male customers.
Have you really?
Yeah, yeah.
Do they buy the handbags?
They don't buy the handbags.
They don't buy the handbags.
They have some male customers who have treatments done. But yeah,
what, for their nails?
Yep, they're pedicures and manicures, and we do a treatment that's for like damaged nails, and we have a few men that come in for that.
Oh right,
yeah,
well I should get along there myself because my nails are in a terrible state. I need to go and take some professional advice on how to get my nails somewhere near where they should be.
Yeah.
Now, business is booming, but I believe in November you've got a special offer on.
Yeah, we have. For the whole of November, we've got a special offer where if you book 2 appointments that are in November, you get 10% off of the second treatment that you have done. So we're taking bookings now for November. We're even taking bookings for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, we're getting booked up early for Christmas, which is really good, but quite scary that we're already talking about Christmas and it's still September.
Well, it's not that far away.
No.
You know, it'll soon be upon us, won't it?
Yeah.
A couple of months or 3 months, and it'll be here. I imagine pretty soon, the shops will have all the Christmas stuff in. In actual fact, I do know that some of them already got it.
Yeah, but, we've been looking at Christmas nail designs already.
And does it? I mean, things like nails, I guess, do get seasonal, don't they? Because you do see at Christmas time a lot of ladies about whose nails are Christmassy.
Yeah, we're starting to have people are going away from reds at the moment because they say, "Oh no, it's too near Christmas for red."
Oh, right.
And then the reds and sparkles come back out near Christmas. So
it's amazing. I mean, it's amazing to me that it's so complicated. I mean, you just go in and paint your nails. Green will do, and or whatever.
It's definitely more to it. It's a tough choice of all the lovely colours.
Well, I guess it probably is, yeah. And of course, if you give a lady choice. Then that's why you don't get too many guys in there.
Yeah.
They die of old age sitting outside waiting, wouldn't they? I guess the coffee shop across the road must do pretty well from guys waiting for their wives to come out.
Yeah, we have husbands walking past, like mouthing, "What? How much longer are you going to be?"
And how long does it take? I mean, I know that's like asking how long is a piece of string.
Normally, most treatments are about around an hour. So yeah, husband's got long enough to go off and have a coffee or come back and pay.
I see, yeah. So the shops actually work here pretty much the same as the shops my wife seems to go to. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in and updating us, and I'm pleased to hear that you're so busy.
Thank you.
So we won't keep you too long because otherwise they'll have a queue of men out there waiting for their wives to come out. But it's lovely to talk to you again, Jade.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you well. And of course, the offer that you've got on in November will mean that you'll probably be working from 6:30 in the morning now until 10 o'clock at night instead of. But if that's if that's what it takes to make the business success, I'm sure you and your mum will get on with it and get stuck in and get it done.
Yes.
And we'll see you again in the not too distant future and find out perhaps just after Christmas how it all went.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Well, Keith is having a busy time, but hopefully has managed to rush back, and we'll now go over to his kitchen for another of his great recipes.
And here's something to warm me up now that the weather's changing a little bit. Red hot chili chicken. How's that grab you? And this will serve 4 people. And this is what we need. 1 tablespoonful of curry paste, 2 fresh green chilies chopped, 5 dried red chilies, 2 tablespoonsful of tomato puree, 2 garlic cloves chopped, 1 teaspoonful of chili powder, a pinch of sugar, a pinch of salt, 2 tablespoonfuls of peanut or corn oil, half a teaspoonful of cumin seeds, 1 onion chopped, 2 curry leaves, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoonful of ground coriander, half a teaspoonful of ground turmeric, 400 grams of canned chopped tomatoes, 150 millilitres of chicken stock, 4 skinless boneless chicken breasts, 1 teaspoonful of garam masala, freshly cooked rice and plain yoghurt garnished with mint sprigs and diced cucumber. Sounds as if you're getting it from the Indian shop, doesn't it? Right, and this is what you do. To make the chilli paste, place the curry paste, fresh and dried chilies, tomato puree, garlic, chilli powder and sugar in a blender or food processor with the salt and process to a smooth paste. Heat the oil in a large heavy base saucepan, add the cumin seeds and cook over medium heat, stirring constantly for 2 minutes or until they begin to pop and release their aroma. Add the onion and curry leaves and cook and stir in for another 5 minutes. Add the chilli paste, cook for 2 minutes, and then stir in the ground cumin, coriander and the turmeric, and cook for a further 2 minutes. Add the tomatoes and their juices and the stock and bring it to the boil, then reduce the heat and simmer for 5 minutes. Add the chicken and garam masala, cover it up and simmer gently for 20 minutes or until the chicken is cooked through and tender, and serve immediately with freshly cooked rice and yoghurt garnished with mint sprigs and diced cucumber. Of course you can serve it with what you like, it's your curry, you do what you like with it, but that was just an idea.
Thank you, Keith. We will give you a rest for another week, but before you dash off to sample the recipe, we go over to Kevin for a brain teaser.
Right, hi, here's Kevin with this week's Connections quiz. 5 general knowledge questions, but what you're looking for is something that connects all the answers. And the first one, a tricky one, but I will tell you the connection has got something to do with music. Okay, I'll give you a clue this week. And the first question, question number 1, what is the name of the lead character in the Pirates of the Caribbean? The pirate, what is the name of the lead character, played by Johnny Depp? Question number 2, Dexy's Midnight Runners. What was their biggest chart hit? A real disco song, what was it? Question number 3, complete this phrase. Football, now television. They think blank blank blank. It is now. Question number 4, which actress played the part of Pepper Anderson in the American series Policewoman? And question number 5, what was the title of Christa Berg's 1986 huge romantic number 1? So that's your 5 questions. What connects all the answers? Good luck with that.
That looks like a bit of a challenge, but with that we've come to the end of the show, so it just remains for me to thank all our contributors, including Local Life magazine, our sound editor John Mallett, our presenters Alison, Keith and Kevin, not forgetting of course our producer John Fletcher. So it's goodbye from me, Tony Weiner, until next time, bye.